Welcome back, everybody, to Weekly Anime Rundown. This is episode 7, I believe. And, yeah, it's me, VertigoGhoul, and the other guy over there,
Right
YelowishSnowman.
here, my guys.
But let's be honest, everyone likes me more. Just kidding. So, this week, I mean, it's basic stuff, you know. We got our second season stuff, we got our first season stuff, and we got our Retro Redemption. So, let's go ahead and start with Hero Academia, because I think we started with Attack on Titan last time.
Alright, cool. So, I was really hoping that Tokiyami would beat Bakugo, because he's pretty much my favorite character.
I was kind of hoping that, but I didn't think it would happen.
Yeah.
Because Tokiyami said multiple times his shadow's weaker in daylight, as well as freaking Bakugo's quirk makes light, and it does damage at the same time, so
Yeah.
his shadow would have some problems keeping up.
Yeah.
Although, when Bakugo made the smoke screen, I was actually kind of hoping that would, like, boost Tokiyami's shadow, but Bakugo, like, already pinned him down and everything, so.
Yeah.
That was kind of the end of that.
So what do we got here? Bakugo
Oh, yeah.
is going against
Bakugo is going against Todoroki. No.
No, yes. Because Todoroki beat Iida.
No, Todoroki is going against... Oh, no, yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. I was thinking at the beginning of the episode when I was the other stuff.
Yeah, dude, they did a lot of fights in this episode.
That was a way more... It was a lot more compact than I was expecting. Because when it showed Lita's brother fighting the hero killer, I didn't think we would see the end of that conflict until, like, next episode. And, as soon as it happened, I'm like, Lita's brother is either going to be dead or he's going to be sent to the hospital in, like, critical condition.
Yeah. They definitely did a lot.
Yeah.
But speaking of the hero killer, that's I can see that being the next, arc of the show.
Obviously, they're going to hire the Stain, which is actually kind of a cool, like, villain name. But because he's got swords and stuff, bloodstains and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, they're obviously going to hire Stain to either kill All Might or Midoriya.
Yeah.
And I mainly say Midoriya, mainly because the Villain League, which sounds completely retarded, but those guys are having serious issues with Midoriya. Like, they're not happy that Midoriya exists, so they could just straight up hire him to kill Midoriya instead of just All Might.
Yeah.
And I kind of don't like how they're doing the previously on segments in the beginning, but at the same time, I kind of like it. Like, it's taking up time that they can fill with, like, an extra minute or two of other stuff.
Yeah.
It's a nice way to go, like, a super fast recap, as well as, like, it gets you pumped up for, like, what's about to happen.
That's true. That's true.
I think Todoroki is definitely going to win this, though.
You think Todoroki's going to win?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like he's going to, but I feel like I don't want him to, just because he's mad at his dad, and I feel like they're going to want to continue that in some way. Because if he wins, then it's just haha. My dad sucks.
Because he straight up is like, I still think Todoroki's going to win, mainly just because I don't think Bakugo has, like, any chance in hell to beat him.
Yeah. Like, I don't think so.
Specifically, even if he just has ice, Bakugo really just doesn't have any way to beat him.
Yeah, I don't think so.
If he uses fire and that somehow he uses that against Bakugo, it's just Bakugo is just screwed in general. I really don't see Bakugo getting all that much damage. All right, probably not even getting all that close to him in general. But I don't know. Todoroki did say, like, the one he actually used his flame because he forgot about his dad in general. Like, I forget you exist. I could use my fire now. We're good. And the dad straight up like that crushed the dad. Like you could see on his face, like he doesn't care about what his son feels, but the fact that the kid is now using his power because he forgot about him is just like, yeah, the world can live without you, Endeavor. Good job.
True,
And
true.
he's like, oh, well, something's wrong here. Things aren't going the way it's supposed to be. And it's like he's raising Todoroki to be his continuation, his legacy. He will bring me to fame because I'm not famous enough. And Todoroki's just like, yeah, I don't even acknowledge the fact you exist right now, but better than you anyways. Good luck, Pops.
True. So I wonder, considering the fast pace of this last episode, I wonder how long the fight between Bakugo and Todoroki is gonna last. I wonder if it's gonna
Well,
be
it's
like a
supposed to
full
be a super
episode
duper
or
epic fight.
half an episode.
It's supposed to be a super duper epic fight, which either goes, it's gotta be super duper short, or it's gotta be the entire episode.
The episode is gonna be titled Bakugo versus Todoroki, so it's gonna take up quite a bit of time.
Or it might not.
I think they could just
It might not.
dupe me.
At the same time, I think next episode's really gotta be bringing in like what the heck Stain is doing, or at least it's gonna bring up like Lita and what the heck's going on with him because his brother is possibly dead,
His brother
or
is
more
dead.
likely dead.
His brother is dead.
I
mean,
probably.
Yeah, no, they said he's dead.
They did.
Yeah.
They said he got hit by he got attacked by a villain. They didn't say he died.
Okay, well, he's dead.
But
I could bet he's dead.
He's probably dead. And then it might even focus back on Midoriya because even the nurse and All Might were like, you need to learn ways not to just obliterate your body.
Yeah, it's time for him to control that one for all situation.
And I also like the whole All Might origin story bit. I like the fact that he was quirkless as well.
Yeah, that
that
probably makes Midoriya feel a lot better about his situation.
Except I think Midoriya probably broke a lot more of his body than All Might did.
Yeah, probably a little bit more.
Oh well, we just gotta wait and see until next week, and I'm putting my bets on Todoroki.
Yeah, I'll throw down a couple bucks on him too, for real. All right. So
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan, season 2, episode 11. How'd you like it?
Finally got to see that scene that all those memes are about. Freaking Mikasa just stalking the hell out of everybody remotely related to Eren and like going complete psycho. Like, finally get to see that. Everyone's always trying to compare her to Gasai, and I'm like, nah, Yuno's better. She's better. Anyways, I mean, it was one of the better episodes. It wasn't weird or like estranged. It was like very straightforward. Point A to point B to point C.
There wasn't like a lot of it was like a whole lot of action in a sense, but I wouldn't say that there was as much plot progression as there normally is. Like it kind of seemed like it was primarily like an action thing. Like they're just trying to run away.
True. And that's useful in this kind of anime. They got rid of Erwin's arm. That was
bye.
Actually like
rest in peace, buddy.
Kind of cool. I mean, the dude's still kicking. That guy is determined. But I mean, now he has to work with one 3D maneuver gear because each one of those blades controls one of the two grappling hooks.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I wonder if they're gonna show that.
Like only his left maneuver gear.
I wonder if they're gonna show any bit of him trying to use just one piece of gear instead of both.
Might.
That'd be pretty funny.
I mean, he did stab the hell out of the other guy. So
True. You're not
that got
wrong.
complete shish kebabbed. And oh, at the very end of the episode where it was like the Titan that killed Aaron's mother, you know for a fact, next episode Aaron will become a Titan.
Okay, so here's my thought on that right now. Okay, here you go. You ready for this? I think that the Beast Titan knew that sending the Titans, towards Reiner and Berthold would would give Aaron away, like would let the group get Aaron and take him away. But I believe that the Beast Titan knew that that was going to happen, and that was the only way he could get rid of the soldiers was to give them Aaron. So what the Beast Titan did was he also sent that Titan that had killed Aaron's mom, knowing that
Well,
Aaron would
except
want to
okay, so the
attack it.
Beast Titan wasn't even a part of this episode.
Yeah, but I can almost
Because
guarantee you
Erwin
the
was the
Beast
one that
Titan.
rounded up the Titans to surround Berthold and Reiner. That was Erwin.
Do you know that?
Yes,
How?
because they were the Titans that were lingering around the forest. At the beginning of the episode, Erwin said, make the Titans follow you and follow me.
Oh.
There's like two different scenes inside the episode before Reiner got completely swarmed by them, and one of them was them chasing Reiner and the Titans were behind them, and the second time was them directly running into Reiner with the Titans behind them. And also the military police were calling Erwin completely nuts, and they said that the Scout Regiment has lost their minds because they're using themselves as bait for Titans to attack Titans.
Okay, so that changes the game.
Yeah. Although I think the Titan that killed Aaron's mother is just, I don't know why the hell that's there. But you know for a fact that's just gotta be a trigger, and Aaron's just gonna go complete Titan mode. And even though his body's like not fully recovered or whatever, he's gonna force himself to do it. And he's probably gonna get hurt in some way, and then people are gonna have to pull him out like no one normally do.
I
That
feel
kind of thing.
I feel like what this because Aaron's obviously he's gonna want to kill that Titan, obviously.
Yeah.
So, but I think what's gonna happen is that the fight between Aaron and that one Titan is probably gonna give Reiner and Berthold enough time to get back to where Aaron's at, and then there's gonna be like a fight there involving all them again, and it's gonna be like a big
I
whole
don't think
thing.
Reiner's gonna stop to fight Aaron again. Just because they don't have time. They're surrounded by normal Titans as well as the Scout and military police.
Yeah, but they don't have to worry about Aaron. The only reason they weren't attacking those Titans was because they were trying to protect Aaron. But now Aaron's gone, so now they're going to get rid of those Titans real quick
They
and go
still
get
need to
back to
grab
Aaron.
Aaron, though. That was the point of their mission.
I know, that's why they're going to go back and get Aaron. That's what I just said.
Aaron's not going to go willingly. He's in Titan form now. He's going to beat the crap out of Reiner.
That's why I just said there was going to be a fight with all of them. Did you hear what I said?
And then that's why I said they don't have time for a fight.
So they're just going to take him then. So
they can't just take
there
him.
you go. I think they're going to end up with Aaron at some point.
I don't, because in the intro, there is the scene where Mikasa throws Aaron slams into Reiner again.
Okay, so
obviously Aaron's probably going to make it back home.
Okay. If Aaron makes it back home, alright, so next week is going to be the season finale, right? It's going to be episode 12. So, why in the intro did they have all of those, like, animal titans if we only saw one of them? What was the point of giving us that knowledge that there are all these animal titans if we didn't need to know that they were there?
I don't know.
Like, they couldn't have waited to put that intro in as, like, season 3's opener or something?
I don't know. And by this point, I mean, it was 4 years after it came out, so they probably figured most people went and read the manga.
Well, I mean, even saying that, it's the anime. There was no animal titans at all. Obviously, except for the Beast Titan. but he wasn't even involved all that much, except for he gave a little bit of information to the scout regiment.
Actually, I don't even think he gave information to the scout regiment.
Well, he let them know that, he's there. There are other types of Titans that are smart and can talk and have fur all
No,
over their body.
no, because the only people who know about the Beast Titan are the kids that were in the tower to begin with and the guy who died. No one else has seen the Beast Titan. That's why Aaron was so confused when Ymir brought it up, because he hasn't seen it.
That's true. I just figured that they'd probably talk amongst each other, but I guess not. Yeah, that's a good point.
So basically, I think Ymir, Krista, basically the Titans, and like Krista, Connie, and Sasha are like the only ones that know. And everyone else is either dead or hasn't seen it.
True. I guess that would be right. Okay.
Anyways, I guess we're just gonna have to wait for next week on this one too.
Next week, I really hope that next week's episode is really good. That's all I'm saying, because it's like,
Is it actually gonna be the season finale?
yeah, it's 12 episode season.
Well, the
That's
first one wasn't.
No, it wasn't, but it's confirmed that this one's 12 episodes. So
Okay, well, I mean, they're gonna have to wrap it up somehow, then.
yeah, I don't see how in one more episode they can get like a good season finale out of it. I mean, I guess they could, but
Sure.
I wonder what they're gonna do with it to make it, bam, it's a season finale type of thing.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Okay, well, I guess we move on to Recreators.
Recreators, all right, we can talk about that. I'm really glad that we finally got a little bit of information off of Hangaku there, because I really like that little thingamajig that Yuya throws out at you, but we never had any information on it. But I guess it's a curse that he's got on him instead of like a
Yeah, and Mega
companion.
Man has it. It's not his anymore.
Yeah, true, but I'm sure
Which
Magane
actually
wants it.
really sucks because he doesn't have much attack power other than his curse.
That's true.
Like, he's practically completely useless against Megane now. Because she reversed the cause and effect from his long distance attack, and that's a permanent thing. Plus, she has his curse, as well as, what was it? Alice just basically made fun of him for not having any form of fighting technique.
True.
Although at least he can somewhat hold his own against Blitz.
Yeah, Blitz, dude. Oh my goodness. I know he's a mercenary and everything, but God, it just seems like he's cowering behind Altair.
No. He's just kind of there.
Yeah,
He's like if he's just kind of the mercenary guy.
Yeah,
He just
pretty
doesn't
much.
get up unless someone tells him to.
Exactly. It kind of makes me mad, but at the same time he is a mercenary and I totally understand.
Yeah, that's just what they do.
Yeah.
They don't care unless they're told to do something. As well as I can't get over his watch.
You know what I can't
love
get
that
over?
dude's watch.
His watch is really cool, but what I can't get over is Altair's like gun sword violin combination situation. That thing's really cool.
I find that really weird too.
It just made a mech come out of nowhere.
She didn't. That was one of her abilities.
Well, I know, but
it's really weird. I don't know.
The gun
So
sword violin
what
thing.
I think Altair's ability is she can. I don't know exactly, but my guess is she has the ability to like manipulate space. Because
it's something like
so
that.
far, all her abilities have been copying, duplicating, and spawning in swords, as well as one of her abilities was mimic. She made a copy of the mech. as well as she also kind of she destroyed Celestia's sword.
Through Alice.
No, she turned Celestia's sword into rose petals. Alice just stabbed through the
Oh,
rose
that's true.
petals.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, she's got a really interesting power. I'm not sure if I
And
know exactly what it is yet, but it's definitely something like whatever
definitely
you're
there
talking
is
about.
something specific because everyone else's powers have been like boiled down to something basic. Like Meganae's is reversing cause and effect, which I think is probably one of the coolest. Like it's just so cool. It's reverse cause and effect. Anyways, Blitz doesn't really have an ability, but he has anti-gravity and his is basically just gravity related. He goes
Yeah.
anti-gravity and he has gravity bullets. So like everyone has specific powers. Like you can tell it went through and it's just not like, oh, this person has whatever they want. It's they have a core ability and basically everything else is branched off from that.
Yeah.
And also Altair's ability to go in and out of stories as well as to bring other things from other storylines. I think hers is probably based around like spatial manipulation.
Yeah. That's definitely what I'm thinking. But okay, so all right. So when Celestia's uh creator like changed up the story and whatever and it actually worked.
So okay, that was actually interesting. I was about to move on to this. Um, so everyone's gone together and accepted the fact that it's the population's group consciousness which has made these creators or made these creations real as well as made their abilities real, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking, completely hypothetical, the reason why she could do it and everything worked out great and she was like not with a huge hole missing many internal organs was they made kind of like basically they just put a bandage on the situation, a very high temperature inferno kind of bandage. But so the population agreed to it and they accepted it and they were excited about it and it was one of those kind of like it's like when you get a like spike on a live stream.
Mhm.
It's really cool. It happens all of a sudden. Everyone's excited and it's happening and you notice it and then after a while it just kind of dies down. But I think the reason why it didn't stick around is because it's not part of her actual storyline.
But then why would it change her though in the
Because
first
the
place?
group consciousness of all the fans got excited about it and thought about it really
Oh,
fast.
cuz they thought about it. So the fans' thoughts manipulate the actual
I
characters.
think it's the fans' thoughts that are actually even keeping these guys in our world.
It, that, okay,
Maybe.
that
Or not. I don't know.
could work, I guess. Maybe if you I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
That
I
was
haven't
weird.
quite figured everything out yet because I don't know. It's this entire concept is really, really complex and it has a lot of parts that even like the creators have thought through.
Yeah.
So they're obviously heading towards a goal, but I can't tell what the goal is yet
They're
because
doing a good job.
everything's either putting it on hold or it's like moving five other parts.
Yeah.
Which is really weird.
Whoever
Like Altair, she was going to disintegrate instead of the world disintegrating. So then that put a pause on all of our Altair's things, but still like half of everybody is almost dead.
it's like whoever came up with this show and like wrote it and came up with the storyline and all that is really smart. Like they're doing a good job at hiding what the end goal is cuz it's like we're almost halfway through this show and we don't even kind of really know what's going on.
Yeah, it's like we know that Altair is like trying to destroy the planet,
Yeah,
but
that's
we don't
about
know
it.
why. We don't know how exactly. And at the same time, we don't understand what's up with Alice because she probably knows, but she's probably in denial. And Megane is just doing her own goddamn thing, and I don't know. It's just like 12 things are happening at once, and half of them get put on stop whenever the creator's like, let's advance to other things. Let's focus on other stuff now instead
Yeah.
of like ending the planet right now.
Yeah. So
And
one question, just real fast. Do you think that at some point down the road in this show that Mamaka is gonna come back? Or do you think she's dead for good?
I don't know.
Because for some
Like,
reason I've got this feeling that I feel like she's gonna come back.
well,
I
she
don't know
was a
why
key
or how.
character. Like,
Yeah,
she was a very key. She was the one that was uniting the two groups. She was the one. She was the first one to like say not to do this and to outlash at another character. Like, she was the first one to do a lot of things. She was like basically the trigger for most of this,
yeah,
and she's just dead.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I think if Alice is going to become a more important character, and Alice is going to, start to deal with issues with herself or stay in complete denial, Momika is going to stay dead. Just
Okay,
because Momika's death and the things that hasn't been translated across to Alice correctly is making Alice a more interesting and more of a pinnacle character.
that's true.
So she might, and that wouldn't totally surprise me. But at the same time, I feel like her staying dead adds more of a finality to all of this. And it's like everyone's like, we can die.
That's
You know,
true. Yeah,
because right now they're like fighting each other like there's still a tomorrow, and Momika's like disintegrated into digital pixels on top of a pile of blood.
yeah,
Which I also think is kind of weird that the blood didn't disappear as well. But
yeah.
oh,
That's a good point. I don't know what that's all about.
I'm really trying to figure out what the heck is up with Megan.
Dude, honestly, for this show, she's probably my favorite character. I just don't know what's going on with her. All the questions are making me really interested in her.
Everything's just, I don't know.
There's a lot of
She's like
questions.
that one man, like super duper important, and you don't know it yet until later on. And I don't know what a good example of this is, but I don't know. She's one of those characters that's like, you're like, oh, she seems cool and she seems like a main character, and then like 10 minutes later, she's like suddenly way more of the big picture than you ever could have thought.
Yeah,
So she's either just gotta stay the same. I don't really care what's going on, or she's going to just completely become something else.
yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait. All right, so let's what are we gonna do here? King's Avatar?
Sure,
Let's do that.
King's Avatar. Um, I gotta say, it's gotta be pretty tough on Yi. Like, he has a job that's letting him have internet, but at the same time, that's causing issues. Like, he
In
was
game.
his only use in life really is to play video games, and that's why he got his current job. And now his job is interfering with
Yeah, very true.
it. So it's just working and playing is a difficult thing to do, especially at the same time. Oh, and I did call the
Oh,
fact that the mage was not that he was the guy who wrote all the manuals and stuff.
yeah, you did call that. That was good. What was his name? Do you remember his name?
Concealed light, I think.
Concealed Light? That sounds good. That
Yeah,
sounds about right.
I
But
don't know.
do you think that this Concealed Light character is going to become like a sort of like one of the team?
I think he's just gonna be the watcher that tells everyone.
Because
I really don't see him fighting whatsoever.
he seems like he's got a lot of intelligence, but nothing else. really
Yeah,
going for him.
he's really smart, but at the same time, he like completely sucks at the game.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I mean, he walks into trees.
Twice.
Yeah. I think probably my favorite part of this episode though was like when he is fighting everybody and taking orders from customers.
Yeah, at the exact same time. That was pretty good. I like
And
that.
everyone's like, he's gonna do something, he's gonna do something, it's code. And he, at the same time, he's just like beating the crap out of people while taking orders from customers. And then, oh, freaking. And then Steam Bun's like, what's he talking about? What's going on? And the other person's just like, oh, he's not talking to you, he's taking orders from customers. I was just like, oh, that's fantastic. I
Well,
love it.
Steamed Bun actually does know now that where he works and everything like that. So
Well, yeah, but he didn't realize what the heck E was saying. He thought he was like, you want two big cones? And he's like, what does that mean?
what is this? That
I should
that
let you
kind of
know,
brings
sorry,
up
that
a
was a
question if
what?
you think about it, because you've got like three of the members of the team pretty much, and Mu Chang is also kind of rolling in. She doesn't live
Yeah,
there,
she's
but
definitely becoming a character soon.
she's kind of they're
Even though
all
she
there.
really shouldn't be.
They all go to and visit the Net Cafe. Do you think any of the other members are gonna go to the Net Cafe and stuff?
Well, I mean, we've only got two characters left, right?
Who do we got? So that's four.
Concealing Light and
Yeah, we got Concealed
I
Light.
don't remember the other
We've
one.
got well, I think what's his name? Like Flowing Tree,
Yeah, well,
something
he's
like
already been
that.
there though.
Yeah, he visited once. He did. I remember that. He did come
Flowing
through
Light and the
once.
guy who's playing the Ghost Blade class.
Oh yeah, the Ghost Blade. That kid.
That's what I was thinking
That
of. I don't.
fool again.
Those are the only two characters of the group, if you consider Concealed Light as a part of the team, that haven't gone to the Internet Cafe yet.
Yeah, the other three guys. Um, they they're the three guys. Like they haven't been to the Net Cafe, and they're not really like a part of the team. Like they aren't doing everything with the team yet.
Sure.
They kind of are starting to, but they're not really like
Although I
members yet.
think the guy who plays the Ghost Blade class and Mi Ching are gonna have some issues with the group in the future. Mainly because they were talking about like the what was it, Bandit Suppression Unit or whatever, which is the top 7 guilds working together to beat Yi,
Yeah,
and both of them belong to at least one of those guilds.
yeah. Uh-huh. You're right. I didn't think about that.
So either one of those guilds or those guilds are probably gonna find out and be like really pissed at those two characters, or they're gonna have like a conflict of interests of themselves. Because obviously they both love Yi, but at the same time, like they belong to a guild.
Yeah, they're a part of. Yeah.
And I think if Mi Ching comes down to it, she's probably got a guild, which isn't good because that's her job.
She can probably just become an assistant at the Net Cafe, like your boy.
Well, I mean, that was the whole reason why Yi quit instead of went to a different group.
Yeah.
That goes back a couple episodes of he quit so she would keep her job, because if he switched somewhere else, she'd give up her job to do that too.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And that's why he didn't do that, so that's why he quit instead. Is for her, not for him. So
Yeah.
I don't know. This show is like building up a lot too.
This
It's
show,
like all of these shows are building up for a second climax.
yeah, well, this one also, just like Attack on Titan, only has one more episode.
Oh no.
Oh no. What's gonna happen? But I think the big picture on this, like for me at least, the big picture of this episode was that it sort of showed how the group was starting to act like a team and started to work like a team.
And all the characters started coming together.
Yeah, everybody's kind of it's all sort of coming together what the team's
Yeah.
gonna look like.
They're definitely gonna be like a unified group at the end of this.
Yeah, that's just my opinion.
And I really think it's hilarious how they're all like beating the crap out of these paid leagues and like the pro esports with non-orange weapons.
Yeah, at the
Like they're
beginning
they're
there.
they're at like blue tier, which I don't even think is. I think there's a purple tier in between. And if that's the case, it's just like really sad.
And Steam Bun said that the reason was because it cost too much.
Yeah, and it's just like, yeah, my boss wouldn't let me buy it because it was too expensive. And Concealing Light's just sitting there. He's like, what? It's like you can't beat these records with a blue item, and your boss won't let you pay. What? And it's just like you guys don't have enough money to pay for orange items.
And the
And I'm
weird
just
thing
like, yeah.
is, Concealed Light was the guy that noticed they didn't have orange weapons and was surprised. But he's
Because
the
he's the one
guy.
that wrote the guidebook saying that they have orange items.
Yeah, so like you think he knew all this other stuff, but he didn't know that they didn't have orange
Well, that's
weapons.
because he even meant. Oh, he didn't really mention it, but it's probably figured that to beat that level of a record against a group that has orange items, you would at least need orange items as well.
Well, yeah, I guess it's
Because
assumed.
I think they even beat what was it, Excellent Dynasty's records a couple times by minutes.
Yeah.
So there's no way you can beat an all pro team with all orange items without someone on your team having an orange item. Logically speaking.
I mean, you'd think, but right now,
Apparently everyone's wrong. They're just
yeah, you don't. You
a bunch
don't.
of Joes with normal items.
Fun fact.
Which I think is even more interesting, mainly just because, like, imagine how many more minutes they could beat their own record with orange items.
Yeah, if they actually had orange items, dude, that'd be crazy.
That'd be completely absurd. And then you go back and you notice the other people from the pro teams coming in with their Smurf accounts or their fake profiles, and those guys don't even have orange items. Yeah, most likely. I think Meeching might have an orange gun, but
Probably.
I don't know because the other guy had a blue sword, and he beat the crap out of a 33 ranked noob for his sword, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, dude. I love this show.
It's really good. I wonder how they're gonna end it.
In my mind, it's still probably the best of this season. I don't know if
For first seasons, yeah. I almost want to say I like Hero Academia.
I'm gonna go out there and say that it's my favorite, even of second seasons and whatnot. I
I
think
think
this
Hero
is just my
Academia is
favorite.
probably just my favorite all around. Like first season, second season, the intro, the outro, it's perfect. I think that one's just perfect.
Okay.
Anyways, let's move on to Love Tyrant.
Love Tyrant. Here we go. This
Love Tyrant.
this episode, dude. It just took a turn. They just went left turn on me.
Yeah, I actually wasn't expecting Mal, mainly because of how much he said he wasn't gonna do anything.
Yeah. But
Like he absolutely just came out of nowhere, and
he keeps
now he's
using other people, if you notice. He never does anything himself. He always uses somebody else.
There's probably some rule saying he can't directly interfere.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, Guri's dad would probably be running around on Earth all the time.
Yeah, well, yeah. I guess that's true.
But yeah, I find it really interesting.
But this episode.
Although I also find it really weird that Guri hasn't changed before now.
Yeah, yeah, I guess. But
because Angel turns into a demon when they doubt love.
Yeah.
And she's been questioning love since episode 1.
Her dad even said it. I can't remember what episode that was, but her dad said she's never really even known what love is from the beginning. So
I'm actually really surprised she has not turned into a demon until now.
Yeah.
Although at the same time, I think she looks, I don't know. I kind of like her as an angel and a demon about equally. Although I don't like her angel outfit.
I just like how she changes outfits every 27 minutes.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's actually really cool. I just don't like all the pink. Like
Oh,
it's too much Mamaka like.
okay.
But yeah. Yeah, I this show's gotten really interesting. Guri's now a sexy demon, and Shikimi
Is
is
working
really,
with
really good
Mao.
at scheming and is doing something with Mao.
But like this I wasn't expecting this show to get so serious. Cuz like this episode didn't really have that much
Well, I mean,
comedy.
it was like it's romance, so you gotta have some drama in there.
Yeah, but this I mean like this whole it's been a really good blend of everything up until this episode. It's just kind of only serious and like way less comedy.
Well, I
Like
mean, it wasn't all that serious before now, too. It would have like its occasional serious moment, but it never really was all that serious. And how everything was building up with all the characters and everyone talking to Guri specific ways. Of course, there was going to be a serious episode showing up.
yeah, but I mean I
Really,
kind of
I always end up watching like romance slash sometimes harem anime that always have drama because women.
feel like next episode is also going to be serious too. But
Oh yeah, definitely. Mainly because this happened.
yeah, yeah, pretty much because they're going to try and go get Guri back and whatnot,
Yeah.
which I'm pretty sure they're going to. I'm
I
pretty
wonder
sure
what's
they're
gonna
gonna.
happen with Seiji and Akane.
Uh,
Seiji's like half between going after her and half not, and Akane's like she got really sad after Seiji left her.
I'm pretty sure Seiji knows that going after Guri is just the right thing to do in this situation, so I think
Well,
that's
I
what
know
he's gonna
he
do.
knows that, but at the same time, he doesn't seem to be putting a lot of effort in.
Okay, well, I mean, I think that he's going like
Well, he's obviously
to
going. I'm just
because
saying, like,
at
if
the
you
end,
check back there, he did say the one line to her, which made her turn completely. He did go, and he wasn't like really running after them. He did sit behind with Akane for a few minutes before he started going.
I okay, yeah, that I mean that is true. That is definitely true,
And he wasn't
100%.
totally all that invested in looking for Guri until he was told that his soul was on the line.
Yeah, that's
So
I guess.
Seiji's obviously got to go after her because that's plot development and all. Oh, I mean, he actually might not. Who
I think
knows?
he is.
He might.
Um,
I like to think he will, but who knows?
at at the very end of the episode, Guri said that all she wanted was for Seiji to say something, and I think that something was that he loved her, right? And so I think that that's what's gonna happen. Like that's the way that they're gonna break her like demon curse or whatever you want to call it. But the way to get her back into being an angel, I think, is Seiji has to say that he loves her. I think.
Well, possibly, but I wouldn't necessarily say so.
I wouldn't say so, but that's just what I'm thinking. But I also think that Shikimi at this point is not gonna join the circle at all. So I think we got that one wrong, but it was a good try. I think
Mm.
she's pretty much stated her opinion at this point because she's working with Mao and everything. So I don't think she's gonna be joining the circle anytime soon. At least
Probably not anytime soon now.
in this season or whatever. Maybe
Right.
7 years down the road, but I don't
That's
know.
that's quite a few seasons.
I don't I don't think this season or this show is gonna get a second season, if I'm being honest. But who
That's
knows?
too bad.
It might.
It
Just
should.
from what I've noticed in the show, I just don't think so. But it could. Anything could happen, really. I don't know what the sales are like or whatever, but oh well. So, quick question here.
Yeah.
You know what time it is?
6:28 p.m.
Do you have any? Don't do this again. We already did this bit, dude. In an earlier episode, we already did
Okay,
this.
what time is it? What time is it?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the retro redemption segment on our show. What do we got for this week? Oh, I am definitely so sure. What do you got for us? What do you got for us this week, big boy?
Let me check real quick. How would you feel if I said I didn't pick one?
You already did this bit too. You did this bit also a couple episodes ago.
Okay, fine. I'll let you pick. How about that?
What am I picking? I don't have anything to pick from. I'm sitting right here.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Just pick something.
You can't pick. Let's go 2007 spring. I'm gonna pick one. My brother forced me to watch a really, really, really long time ago, and I forgot about it for many years. But it's actually near and dear to my heart. It's one of those that got me back into anime from one of the less interested time periods, you know.
Oh heck yeah.
It's called Kaze no Stigma. It's an action, magic, romance, fantasy.
Ooh.
I haven't really been doing a lot of magic, so I thought it would be it's one of my favorite genres. This one, it's interesting. So we're basically just set in Japan. The main guy, I'm just gonna call him Yagami, but whatever. And he has one of the rarer abilities to control wind.
Ooh.
And so basically, this is magic. Everyone has different abilities. And he has a younger cousin called Ayano, and they're from the same family. That family is known for their ability to control fire. And obviously, there's different families, and they're all pinned against each other because everyone does it different, right? Yagami was kicked out of his house for the lack of ability to control fire elementals. And he was basically abandoned from his family, which is kind of interesting. Anyways, basically his father completely disowned him. Now he's stronger than anyone else with his newfound power of being able to control wind. And he goes and he does contracts for people, and then ended up getting contracted by his old family to help his younger cousin, it's very interesting. Ayano seems kind of flat to begin with, Yagami, not Ayano. He seems kind of flat to begin with, but the longer that he keeps working and the more you see him on screen, you start to realize he's like a big softie that has a really traumatic childhood. And it's definitely a romance, not focused on that entirely, but at some points it becomes very obvious. And there's good amounts of action in it. That's really, really good. So if you're into fantasy and magic, it's a fantastic grouping of those two genres. But at the same time, it's not like you're set in a different world. It's still just basic modern Japan. And that's from 2007. And that was my pick for this week.
Oh, boys.
So
sounds like
I guess
a good one.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right, boys.
Leave a comment because we love to hear what you share because we want to hear what your friends think. And subscribe if you want to hear more updates because we are going to continue the series and even into the next season. So bye.